My name is Jason and I'm 19 years old. I felt something was different about my gender pretty much since I can remember. At the start, I searched and searched on the internet, and finally I plucked up the courage to go to my GP and get referred to someone who could maybe help me come to terms with things and to start moving on with my life. But my GP, he wasn't sympathetic at all, and he made me feel very awkward and embarrassed about what it was that I had to say. It took me so much courage just to go there and see him, and then to be treated like something was wrong with me. It was just devastating. He also told me that there was no service in Northern Ireland to help people like me. I ended up going to a voluntary organisation, and it was there that I was told there actually is a service in Northern Ireland, and that because I'm over 18, I can be referred straight away if my GP would do it. I was also able to meet with some other people who felt the same way about things, and that really helped me to put things into perspective. It made me feel a lot better about myself, like I wasn't so alone. Why didn't my GP know this, and why wouldn't he at least try to find out rather than just making me feel small? I had to go back to get my referral, but this time I did it with pages from the internet and telephone numbers of people who would support me, and it worked. But the point is that I shouldn't have had to do that. I should have just been offered the service in the first place.
My name's Jessica, and I'm 17. I've always just felt different, as though I don't fit in. I think I always knew it was around my gender. I really needed someone professional to talk to take me seriously and get me some help. I'd spoken to my parents, but they didn't understand what I was trying to tell them. They were great and very supportive, but they just had no idea. Thought my GP might understand. My GP told me that I was depressed, and if that was sorted, the other feelings would just go away. It's just part of being confused and depressed. GP also said that the service does exist in England, but there's nothing here in Northern Ireland for me. There was nothing that he could do because I was too young. Maybe I should just try and get it off my mind. But it's impossible to get it off my mind. It's there every day, in everything I see and do. I think it just gets worse every day until I actually started talking about it. I left feeling even more depressed, if that was possible. In fact, I attempted suicide shortly after that. When my parents got me back from the hospital, they tried to help me find some support, and I ended up at a voluntary organisation that supports young people. They were great. I got to speak to someone for the very first time who understood me. I met other people like me and was able to talk freely for the first time. I felt so much better. I found out some of them had been supported by CAMHS and some were even in contact with Tavistock. That's the place in England where my GP said I couldn't get referred. I'm getting professional support now, and I've met some great friends who understand me. I still feel pretty worthless and unsure of my future, but at least I have people I can talk to now.
My name's George. I'm 15. I hate my life at the moment. I have a great family, really good support for my gender identity issues. My family noticed. They just went along with me, my speed, how I wanted things to go. They've been brilliant. Maybe too good in fact. As I went to get some support for health services, they told me they couldn't do anything for me. I was fine. Maybe if I was depressed, suicidal, they could get some counselling for me, or at least support me. But apparently, as I'm fine, there's nothing they can do. What I really need is something to slow down my body changing, like hormone blockers, something that'll help me in the future. But I can't seem to find the person I need to do this. I've considered the internet, but my parents don't let me do anything over the internet. They have looked at going privately over in America with me, but I'm getting really desperate.
I feel like the health service in Northern Ireland has really let me and my child down. We're being denied a service that we need, which we're entitled to. They stop appointments, with endocrinologists, which we need to get further on with our treatment. We can't access the Tavistock until we have these reports. It's just causing so much anxiety at home. My child's self-harming again because he's living in the wrong body. Where do we go? What do we do from here? I'm not going to sit back and do nothing. My child deserves the service, and we're going to fight till we get this service.